about Virginia 70.3 in Roanoke. If you saw my other video, Worlds didn't quite go as planned, and I just needed a race to show me that I am progressing, I am making gains, and that's exactly what this race did for me. It was such a fun day. Obviously, when we first got there, the vibe was so different coming right off of Ironman Village at the World Championship. It was more laid back, like small hometown. It was nice though. I mean, we got to drive to this race, just throw the bike in the back of the car. Even got to take my dog for the first time. She really enjoyed herself. I think it kind of wore her out. But such a fun race. We went to drive the bike course. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little intimidating. This Virginia race is going to be interesting. I kind of have like mixed feelings about it. It's kind of weird coming off of St. George. Obviously going to Ironman Village and everything today was nothing like, the World Championship. Total different laid back vibe for sure. It's going to be an interesting course. So they're not letting us do a practice swim out at Carbon Cove because apparently no one's ever allowed to swim out there. They only make an exception for the race. But we drove down there just so I could at least see what it looked like, and they stopped us right away. But we were able to see it and then turn around and see the bike coming out. And that's going to be interesting because you run your bike straight uphill from the swim for a good ways, and then you literally mount your bike on an uphill and then take off uphill. And it's like a country road, probably for a good 3 miles until you get out. And it's windy, it's uphill. We saw a lot of deer, so definitely gonna have to have some patience until we get to the highway. Very interesting. The Blue Ridge is gonna be beautiful, I know that. And then the run is through the Greenway, so should be a pretty run on a bike run trail. So looking forward to it. It just feels so different, but really looking to have a really good bike. I've been working on my climbing post St. George, and also wanting to just show up and run. So if I can, see some improvement there, I'll be really happy. Dropping off my run bag, dropping off my bike, getting all the race things done. Okay, the swim was so beautiful. There was a little bit of apprehension just because no one ever gets to swim in Carbon Cove. So even the day we went to try to peek at it, they made us turn around immediately. So we barely even got to see what it looked like. So showing up swim morning, you were kind of like, what's the swim gonna be like? But it was breathtaking to see the sun rising over the mountains, surrounding the water. Water temperature was just at wetsuit legal, so that was nice. Just felt great. If you know anything about this race, you do go up a section of Blue Ridge, which is a 5-mile climb. And someone said there's 2,500 feet of climbing within that 5 miles. So I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty intense. I was a little bit intimidated after driving the course that day, but the views, you guys, the views were unbelievable. Made it so worth it. And then when you got to the descent, so fun. It was a perfect combination of challenging, beautiful, fun bike course. And then getting off the bike, it was fun. I got to, to T2. And I remember feeling as I jumped off the bike, you know, my legs feel good. I feel great. I feel really ready to run. And that's exactly what I was able to do. The run was right along the river. It was hot, but not too hot. A lot of it was shaded. You kind of had a little bit of a breeze from the river. They even handed out lemonade shaved ice, which was heavenly. It was like a 2-loop, down, turn around, come back, go the other way, do a turn around, come back. So it never felt like it dragged on too much. But such a good day. Ended up landing a 9th place spot, which was enough to get me into Worlds. And that was my main point, was coming back here, landing a spot so I could get back to Worlds and redeem myself and have a race I'm proud of in St. George. I feel like maybe I could have pushed a little bit more on the run, but I was so afraid of tanking. And that's what I'm learning. You know, I'm learning how to ride that about to tank, but not, and getting the most out of yourself. So that's still what I'm working on. But really proud of being able to do such a difficult climb on the bike, and then being able to get off and still have run legs. So my training is working as far as climbing this mountain around here that's local. And I'm going to keep doing that. Going to work on my swim a lot this summer, because my swim still, it just puts me in such a deficit, right? To come out of the water in such a deficit, and then it puts you behind the slower cyclists. So it takes you a while to weave in between all of them to finally get to the point where you can push. So it's like it builds on each other, and it compounds, not coming out a little bit closer to the front on the swim. So I'm really going to work on that this summer. I have a few Olympics that I'm going to do just kind of as practice races. I'm going to a training camp end of August, and then I'll be doing Augusta right here locally. I have a lot of friends doing it actually for the first time as their first Ironman. I'm going to kind of use that to sharpen up my skills, and then end of October, all focus will be on showing up to Worlds out there and having a really good race. So I'm excited to see the progression. I'm excited to feel the gains I have made, and we'll see, you know, what October looks like as we get there for the World Championship.